During and after listening to the recorded opening session of the June 2014 Moodle MOOC 4, I noted the following reflections. Right away, while I was listening to the session, I began to feel frustrated. I didn't like the fact that the recorded presentations do not include the chat area. My experience has been with Blackboard and Adobe Connect. When those recordings are captured, it includes the features that are in the, it includes the chat room and notes area. And I think that visible chat does provide some context for any side comments by the presenter. So I did find that really very frustrating. So I would much prefer the live session. I'm actually wondering if the difficulty to pay attention to the recording, and because of the little side comments and the little pauses because you're reading the chat, has anything to do with the term that Dr. Nellie Duetch encouraged us to try to avoid, attention blink. I never heard that term, so I'm really going to have to find out what that is. And the quick answer is that it's the time inadvertently wasted when learners are forced to refocus on a task after their attention has been interrupted. So I did find listening to the recording and not having the context of what the pause or the comment or the answer was gave me that attentional blink. But I'm going to have to definitely look into that further. A key component of the MoodleMOOC will be the learner's reflection and using it to demonstrate the ability to use online tools for communicating. And when I say communicating, I just mean in a way that's different from text. I'll be writing my reflections, but then we're also encouraged to record them with one of many screen capturing or audio-visual options. So I think that's kind of interesting that we're not only reflecting, but we're also demonstrating at the same time. So a lot good active learning going on during this process. Dr. Duetch reminded us that this idea of thinking about the process of learning promotes deeper critical thinking skills because we do have to take a moment to look back and review what we've learned or how we felt. So for me personally, I have to ask myself, how can I change my teaching and learning experiences to make them the best possible, both for myself as the instructor and the learners that I work with, and vice versa when I'm a learner and somebody else is instructing me. And this all takes practice, and people do it in different ways, and I think that's kind of interesting. And I really like that diversity because every instructor is different, and how they view the world and how they work with the tools is different. But we just want to make sure that we're also working with our students in the way that they will need it as well. So I think Dr. Duetch's comment about the fact that teaching online is really about learning, but more importantly, it's about learning together. So not only, for the most part, we're learning from an instructor, but there's more of a back and forth dialogue and learning experience in the online venue than perhaps in the face-to-face. So I think that's kind of interesting. The Moodle for Beginners is an offshoot of the main Moodle course, and the live sessions are in with IQ, and the participants are asked to put their reflections on the Moodle platform on a page. And man, I got to tell you, this was really confusing. It really took me a while to get going on what I was doing. So when I first looked at this, I thought it all looked like a bunch of Greek to me. As a result, what's happening is I'm finding myself observing and thinking about how this course is designed, how I'm feeling while I'm attempting to get up to speed, how I feel during my interactions, and how I feel completing the tasks. I've done several things in the Moodle now. I think it's really good for me to place myself in this role of learner in learning the new technology and working with others, because I think it'll help me keep in the forefront of my mind the empathy that I need to have when I'm working with other learners with whom I work. And because of all my experience with a particular platform and content management tool that we use at my university, it's really easy for me to whiz along and, get from here to there and know how to do all of these tasks. But I think my learners probably gasp, and I've seen the look of the gasp in their eyes too, thinking that for them it looks very Greek. So I think this is giving me the opportunity to experience being a learner again, and then hopefully I'll be able to recall this experience when I have to work with learners who are new to the environment that I'm very comfortable with. So I'm really happy to be doing this course, and I hope I will persist. Thank you.